Hello and welcome back to another session of the Summer Skills Lab. Today's session is going to be on something which can help you build your profile, build your resume, and build your skill set as well. We are talking about free digital certifications, free online courses for which you can get certificates which you can use for multiple purposes. Now you might wonder, why do these digital certifications matter in the first place? So, as I already said, they help you give some weight to your resume, your CV, and helps you with college applications, be it at the undergraduate level, be it at the postgraduate level, be it at the PhD level. The more certifications, the more skill sets you have, the better your candidature is. The second thing, and in my personal opinion, the more important thing is it helps you learn skills which are currently in demand, skills which are marketable. You could talk about tech skills, coding skills, communication skills. Communication skills reminds me that we have another session which I did for communication skills, verbal and non-verbal. Do check that out as well if you haven't. So yeah, skills like business skills, tech skills, communication skills, coding skills, AI, prompt engineering skills. There can be n number of in-demand skills. It could be digital marketing, it could be SEO, it could be content creation. All of these courses help you learn these skills and upskill yourself, and then market these skills and maybe also get paid for them. So how this is a little special from other types of courses or certifications is you can learn at your own pace. You can decide that I want to do one lesson today or two lessons today or the entire course in a single day. And the best part is you learn from experts of the industry, you learn from leaders of the industry, be it courses of Google, be it courses of organizations like edX and Coursera. Usually the instructors are quite qualified, and you don't have to worry about the credibility of the content which you are being instructed on, right? And the last thing is it obviously shows your initiative, drive to learn, some discipline, and to do well for yourself. Now, how do you decide what's a good digital certification course? How do you sort of distinguish it from the ocean of courses or certificates available on the internet? The first criteria is it should be from a recognized platform or company. So if it's a course which is by a random five people startup which you haven't even heard of, and the course looks half baked and the company looks shady, that's probably not the best place which you would want to learn from. But on the other hand, if there's a company like Google, a company like Microsoft, a company like LinkedIn, these are very well established big brands, and they bring a lot of brand name, bring a lot of weight to their courses. So yeah, that is definitely the first filter criteria. The second criteria which we're looking at particularly, that they should either be free or affordable, because as students we don't want to be spending thousands of dollars or thousands of rupees rather towards courses, because first of all it's expensive, and second of all, why pay for something which you can get for free? If you have exhausted all the free resources, then maybe possibly look at the paid courses or the expensive courses. But for now, our motive is to look at the free and affordable ones. The third filter criteria which we'll be looking at is the course should be taking you from a beginner level, from a foundational level, to at least an intermediate level. It should not be too basic, too beginner, so that you can't really feel that you have learned something new. But it should also not be so complicated and so advanced and so complex that you're not able to understand the basics. So a course should ideally take you from A to Z in a particular field, and if not A to Z, then at least at a level where you can say that after doing this course you are separate from someone who has not done this course. So that is another criteria. And the fourth and an optional criteria is if you can get a certificate for it, then you obviously have something to show, something as proof, something as credibility that you attended this course, that you learned these skills, and you can share it with employers or in your resume or on your LinkedIn profile. So this is a good to have, of course. And lastly, we also want to vet that this has been taught by industry experts and not by people who don't have the credentials to teach that particular subject. So you want to learn from someone who's a pro at that field. Now that we have understood the filter criteria, let's look at the top platforms which are offering these type of free digital certifications. First and foremost is of course the biggest search engine, Google, and they have a place called Google Digital Garage or Google Cloud Skills, which if you Google them, you would get to learn what they are. They are essentially a collection of courses which can help you upskill. Next up is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a networking platform, a networking website. And if you are not aware of LinkedIn, first of all, go and create a LinkedIn profile because that is a major step in your professional journey in connecting with people, in networking with people. And LinkedIn as a platform offers you a lot of free courses as well during your free trial. If you take a subscription, a free subscription of their premium version, there are some courses which you can do without even taking the subscription as well. Third is IBM Skills Build Initiative. So IBM is a technology company as well, and they also have multiple skill building courses. Then of course you have Coursera, which is a platform which is dedicatedly serving courses on a lot of different domains, and they have some free courses, some paid courses, and some sponsored courses as well. So you can check them out. Then there is another similar platform which is called EDX or edX. Now, how is this different? Here you have the courses, many of the courses for free, but if you want a certificate for them, then you have to pay for it. So if you just are approaching a course from a learning perspective, from an upskilling perspective, and you're not really concerned about the certificate for it, edX can be a really good option. Then some other options are HubSpot Academy, Microsoft Learn, AWS Skill Builder. These are also good resources to look at. Now, if you go a little deeper into what exactly is Google offering in Digital Garage, it offers a course on fundamentals of digital marketing. Digital marketing covers a lot of different minor niches. It could be email marketing, it could be Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, Google Ads, it could be search engine optimization, it could be organic content creation. All of these come under the domain of digital marketing. And once you learn the fundamentals, you can pivot into any of these directions and make a career as well in all of these fields. The next thing is the buzzword, which is very much trending these days, artificial intelligence. So, how do you use AI as a beginner? How do you understand how prompts work? How do you get AI to help you with your day to day activities? That is what that course teaches you. The third thing is also a very relevant course, I believe, because as we are progressing in this age of the internet, cybersecurity is something which has been very much in demand. So, if you are someone who's planning to build a career towards cybersecurity, or even for your own personal sake, you want to learn more about cybersecurity to keep yourself safe on the internet, this is a fantastic course to look at. This is the website which you can go to access all of these courses, multiple other courses. Learndigital.withgoogle.com. You can just copy this and paste it and put it in the URL. You'll reach that particular website. And the best part is the certification is free and this has a global recognition. So wherever you apply, wherever you sort of showcase these certifications, people would definitely look at them with some credibility. The next platform is LinkedIn for learning, and it offers a 1 month free trial where they offer you courses on soft skills, courses on leadership, courses on softwares like Excel. And after you complete these courses, it automatically gets added to your LinkedIn profile, which shows it to your professional network. So let's say you are connected to 1,000 people on LinkedIn. Once you complete this course, those 1,000 people automatically get to know it from your profile that, okay, this person has completed this course, this person now knows about this thing. So that's an added advantage. And the good part is you can track your progress and you can download these certificates for using them for your job profile, for college applications, other things as well. And important thing to remember is if you don't want to pay for the premium subscription, then you can cancel your trial before the period ends so that you won't be charged for it. Now, we talked about a few resources in the first slide, but let's go through some of the free resources again. Coursera, I mentioned already, edX, HubSpot. Another platform is FutureLearn, which also offers you a lot of short free courses. And of course, Microsoft Learn, which are courses related to the Microsoft ecosystem. So MS Word, MS Excel, MS Outlook. You can learn these softwares as they have a lot of widespread applications in multiple domains. So it's also good to learn Microsoft PPT and Microsoft Excel and stuff like that. Then, of course, you have IBM Skills Build. We have already discussed that. Now that we know about so many platforms, so many different types of courses, and there are tons of others on the internet as well, how do you narrow down? How do you choose the right course for yourself? The first thing would obviously be your interest. Where do you find interest or passion? Which field attracts you the more? Which field makes you curious to learn about it? Is it technology? Is it coding? Is it graphic designing? Is it business development? Is it artificial intelligence? Is it cybersecurity? It could be anything for you. Just try to narrow down a couple of interests and move in that direction rather than just being scattered कि एक कोर्स ये वाला कर लेते हैं ये वाला कर लेते हैं ये वाला कर लेते हैं. That could be an approach if you are experimenting and seeing what works out for you. But ideally, after the introductory or initial assessment, try to double down on your skills for a particular domain. Try to establish expertise in a particular domain. So, if you, let's say, stick with learning Excel, try to learn Excel from multiple resources and start increasing your level and skill proficiency in Excel. That is the way to go. And second is, of course, how much time can you commit to these courses? Some of them would be short, which you can do in less than 4 or 5 days, less than a week. Some of these courses might be month-long courses. So you have to prioritize that. How do you want to balance your time and efforts vis-a-vis the duration of the course? And the third thing which you want to ask yourself is whether you actually need that certificate or you need that knowledge or you need both of these things. That is a relevant question. Sometimes you might just want to gain knowledge. You can look at courses like EDX or Coursera, where you don't want the certificate. Sometimes you want a certificate so that you can apply for a relevant job. So, in that case, you might want to look at places which offer you those certificates. Sometimes you want the best of the both worlds. So, why not go for it that as well? For beginners, some of the good places to start could be digital marketing, it could be communication skills, soft skills, it could be Excel, it could be PowerPoint, it could be Canva, it could be artificial intelligence, it could be coding. All of these are emerging skills, all of these are in demand skills. Try to get your hands on them. Some do's and don'ts which I want you guys to be aware of while exploring free courses is choosing quality over quantity. Don't run behind 100 different courses. Try to stick with at least 3 4 quality courses and then 3 4 more, then 3 4 more. Choose quality over quantity and try to build a habit of learning every day, taking out 30 minutes of your day for learning something new. Because if after this session you go and explore these resources, you study, let's say, for 1 hour, and then you forget about it and then it goes away, it makes no sense, right? Then you have not understood the purpose of this session. The purpose is to help you build a regular habit of upskilling yourself, learning something new regularly on a daily basis, and if not on a daily basis, at least on a regular periodic interval. It could be weekends for you, that every weekend I'll complete one new course, but it has to be regular, it has to be disciplined. And of course, you have to reflect on what you have learned. So it's not just you gathering information from one course, second course, third course. It also has to be implemented. It also has to be reflected in what you do in your life. So let's say you learned digital marketing, but you did nothing about it. Then what was the point of learning it unless you don't apply it or use that knowledge for your advantage? So reflect on what you have learned and apply it as well. And of course, don't just keep on hoarding and collecting random courses, going about different websites. That serves no purpose. There's no point making fake certificates or plagiarizing quizzes or using AI or using Google to answer those quizzes. You're just cheating yourself. You're not fooling anyone. You're just fooling yourself. So don't do that. Be authentic, be original, be curious and inquisitive to learn. And don't forget to, of course, apply your skills. So once you do all of these things and you follow these steps, you would have a solid foundation in terms of your resume, in terms of how much you know, in terms of having good in-demand market skills, in terms of confidence, because now you have some knowledge to show for. and that serves you really well in your professional life and as well as your personal life if you are actually curious to learn about these things. So yeah, that sort of sums up our discussion for the day. Lastly, I would just want to say that free certifications are not a shortcut to learning something very quickly. They can be an introductory foundation, they can be a stepping stone, but you have to substantiate your learning through books as well, through podcasts as well, through other resources as well, so that you gain more and more expertise. These are not, a quick way to learn about something. The next thing is being very intentional and dedicated towards what you are learning, and learning it from a perspective of it being important for you, and building this learning profile and being consistent with it, being disciplined with it, and keep on growing with it. So, yeah, that's all what we wanted to discuss in this particular session. Make sure that you start your journey today itself and stay consistent and keep upskilling and using those skills to gain a lot of momentum in your professional life. That's all from my side. Tata, bye bye, take care, and I'll see you all in some other session. Signing off, guys.